hell?
Hey, partner. Looks like you found yourself in a spot of trouble. I think I got something here that can help you out.
Hi, I'm singer-songwriter Josh Ritter. Looks like your van has some problems. Looks like it could use a little soul.
Take a sip from your soul on a metaphysical milkshake.
SoulPancake universe. I'm here with one of my favorite singer-songwriters of all time, Mr. Josh Ritter. Welcome.
Hey, man.
Let's do elbows. It's cold and flu season. This van has very special properties. And right now we're sitting in a parking lot in Los Angeles, California, but you can go anywhere you want to go. Where do you want to go?
South Dakota.
You had an album come out 2 or 3 years ago, right?
Yes, I did.
Still Runs the World Away.
Yeah.
And then you wrote a novel.
Yeah.
And then you had a heart-achingly difficult divorce. And then you found love?
I did.
And you made a baby?
Yeah. It's like, it feels
And then
like
and you
Broadway.
made another album.
Yeah. It's been busy. It's been really, but in the best way.
Tell me about your baby. Who is this? It's a human baby?
Yeah, human baby named Beatrix Wendy Love Ritter. Yeah. And
Beatrix Wendy Love Ritter?
yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What's the difference between humans and animals?
Humans can be confused.
I have an epileptic pit bull who always looks confused. And in fact, he runs into doors and you'll lay down his food and he'll run into the bathroom and just stand there looking for his food. He's confused all the time.
Wow.
So, wrong answer.
Can he paint?
I haven't tried.
We should try that.
I haven't duct taped a paintbrush to his big paw. What's it like having a baby?
Having a baby is like, in that moment and that time, it's like being on the craziest acid trip. I felt in the moments beforehand that somebody important was coming around the corner that I was supposed to meet. I started to shake and I was really shy.
I know exactly of what you're talking about. And that birth of my son was really the most incredible 24-hour period of my entire life. It's the kind of intensity where time kind of warps.
Yeah, it does.
Tell us about your book. You wrote a book. It's great. You should read it.
I wanted to tell a story that was more fleshed out than the stories that are compressed in a song. Writing a story in a song is like kind of writing a novel on a grain of rice. There's a moment when you want to like expand and you want to see more. You want to go inside the world deeper than you're able to go in a song.
Did Bright's Passage start as a song?
Yeah, it did.
So maybe the first song to novel.
Yeah.
Transcription. So Joseph Gordon-Levitt on this show talked about how there's no more original ideas. There's no more original stories. Everything is a remix. Everything is collage. Do you find that to be true in art?
You know, I think people beat their heads against the wall trying to be original. A masterpiece is just like it's ideas assimilated and done well. I don't like go out for a hoagie with thermometers in it, you know. I eat food that's like that like the Greeks ate, you know. When I look at stuff that tries to be original, I find something less nourishing than something that is done with grace and admits that we're all living people that make mistakes. It is important to confront that and move through it, because if you can move through that like very like slight fire in your life, then you can do anything. Doing anything creative is a metaphor for just living your life. You run up against obstacles. You try your best to work with those and make them work to your advantage. And when it works, it's a tribute to your perseverance, not to your genius.
And that is similar to this new album, which is, you call it a divorce album in a way. Tell us about Beast in its tracks.
I'm a big fan of marriage. Whoever you are, getting married is a hopeful act. When it didn't work out for me, it was a shock. I felt like a failure. It was the worst moment, and I was in Canada, which is a beautiful place, and I tour there all the time. Let me start that again.
You've pissed
I don't
off
wanna-
so many Canadian
Yeah.
fans. No, too late. It's in, Josh. That's not getting edited out.
Cool. I was in Canada. I started writing songs because I didn't know what else to do, you know? And the songs were so mean and so angry and so full of like rage. And then I found that I had to wait, and as time went on, those things changed and they became love and all these other things.
Well, you
started to come out.
found your new wife during that grieving time, and the album transitions from those kind of angry, splintery songs of
Yeah.
despair into kind of more hopeful and kind of rediscovering of love, kind of a
Yeah.
phoenix from the ashes.
Yeah, I feel like that's what art should be, is like this, is a biological change. You know, our anger is in our cells. You know, it's like silt in a riverbed that just needs to wash out, and it's going to take time. You have to intend to forgive somebody and let that be enough for the time being, you know. If I'm proud of anything with this record, it's that I waited and gave it time for it to become something more than what it was at the beginning.
SoulPancakers, we have a free download of a new Josh Ritter song just for you. Here's what I want you to do. Hold still.
Oh, sorry.
Click on Josh's head. Click on Josh's head, and you will be hooked up with the link to download his song. Lightning round. What can technology never replace?
Soup.
Define God in 10 words or less.
Someone had to invent donuts.
What's a risk you haven't had the guts to take yet?
I haven't yet set my pants on fire on stage, which is something I've always wanted to do, just set them totally on fire.
March
Got it.
19th, SoulPancake is hosting a Josh Ritter concert
Well,
here in
well.
LA.
We'll have to see what happens.
do it.
All right.
You're from Idaho. What special perspective do you have on the world because you're from Idaho?
The sky is super big. It's so huge, and most of the time it's empty.
Great answer. SoulPancakers, this is your creative challenge. Tell us where you are from and what is your special, unique perspective that you have because you're from that place. How do you see the world in that particular lens that you gained from your geographical nexus? Write your answer down here. Clickety, clickety, click down below. And Josh Ritter and I will read every single one. Right here, elbows.
Oh, yeah.
Cold and flu season. Play the world's raddest bongo solo. Go!
SoulPancake, subscribe.